simply accepted what was already thought to be the case answers based on what maybe their leaders or religious leaders told them. So very often they weren't questioning, they were simply stating the already agreed upon solution or answer to already exposed questions.
I think that the biggest impact of the Age of Enlightenment / reason was really just the questioning of beliefs. And there's this whole discourse that came out about individualism, and before then a lot of society was like based on kinship groups and like fiefdoms and things like that, where it wasn't really very much about the individual. It was about just like the group, the collective. And then the discourse that comes out from the Age of Enlightenment is a little bit about individualism, but it's also about questioning like who's in authority, questioning things such as divine right, and really listening to human instinct and just like reasoning things through. There was a shift away from kind of what was accepted and what the church told you, and more of a focus on you as the individual connecting with reasoning, and you as the individual actually mattering more than, say, the state.
Immaturity is the inability to use one's own understanding without the guidance of another. This immaturity is self-incurred if its cause is not a lack of understanding, but a lack of resolution and courage to use it without the guidance of another. The motto of the Enlightenment is therefore, have courage to use your own understanding. If I have a book that thinks for me, a pastor who acts as my conscience, a physician who prescribes my diet, and so on, then I have no need to exert myself. I have no need to think.
Man, only 5 feet high, is assuredly only a small thing in creation. One says to another one of his neighbors, "Listen to me, because God of all these worlds has enlightened me. There are 900 million little ants like us on earth, but my anthole is the only one dear to God. All the other are cast off by him for eternity. Mine alone will be happy, and all the others will be eternally damned." It is therefore clear that it is the fundamentals of the religion of one sect which is considered as superstition by another sect, but each sect claims to have reason on its side.
That's a very interesting question.
The truth is a very nebulous idea.
I believe in Islam.
Higher entity.
I believe in one God.
I'm practicing Hindu.
And Christianity.
I'm Muslim.
I believe in a higher power.
Agnostic.
An atheist.
Santa Claus.
We should all just try our best to be good human beings.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
I sometimes think that others are in error respecting matters of which they believe themselves to possess a perfect knowledge. How do I know that I am not also deceived each time I add together 2 and 3, or number the sides of a square, or form some judgment still more simple? All that I have, up to this moment, accepted as the highest truth and certainty, I received either from or through the senses. I observed, however, that these sometimes misled us, and it is this part of prudence not to place absolute confidence in that by which we have even once been deceived.
I feel like everyone should define their own beliefs rather than have them taught to them or spoken at them. Everyone should go out and discover what they believe and what they feel is right.
this. I don't even know what to say.
I don't really believe in a specific religion.
Religiously, you should be able to pursue whatever religion you want.
I am not always entirely sure about all my beliefs, which I think is okay. I think it's okay to, question what you believe in sometimes, but I tend towards thinking that there isn't a higher power, and kind of depending on secularism and kind of my understanding of the world to dictate how I act.
Because I personally have not seen any, empirical evidence to believe in any deity
I would
whatsoever.
definitely say that I don't believe in any one specific religion, and that I don't identify with any one religion, just because I don't know enough about all of them.
I've been questioning my beliefs for a while now. That's sort of how my beliefs grow, is questioning them.
Now, having been allowed to discover the religion for myself, I feel like believing it is more part of me, that I really believe in it rather than having it forced upon me.
Sometimes it's important to have faith because there's a point when you just questioning is no longer enough. Like, as much reason as you can use, there are some things that questioning isn't going to answer, and you have to have this belief that is going to go past that, and that's what faith is.
Well, you have to have faith and believe that your beliefs are correct, or else there's no way of knowing.
Sometimes, I guess you don't know. You don't have to know that you're right. You just have to believe. That's why it's called faith. It makes me feel good.
There's obviously a lot of diversity in the world today in terms of the religions and the ideologies and the beliefs, and I think that can all be taken back to the original Enlightenment philosophers. They were the first ones to question the beliefs of the time. There was a lot of conformity, but their questioning split the world into multiple perceptions of reality in a way that it really hadn't been split before. And because they did this, the West was transformed for the rest of history. We can see still today there are so many different beliefs, so many different ideologies, and that questioning that was instigated by the philosophers is still a way of life today.
Creatures of my dreams raise